Hello, my dear friends. Marriage, as you know, is the noblest form of human relationship. That is where commitment, love, and all manner of virtues come to play on a daily basis. But I discover that for reasons for lack of knowledge or information, a whole lot of couples are enduring their marriages instead of enjoying them. If you are a married couple or you are engaged to be married, this is your channel. Simply join me. Let me give you the kind of information that will take your marriage to the next level. Hello out there. Once again, I welcome you to Marriage Without Tears channel. This is your ultimate channel for a couple that wants to make a success of their marriage. Please key into this channel. We have done so much already and we are doing much more. Today on Marriage Without Tears, we are discussing the issue of in-laws, in-law relationship. It is only Adam and Eve, according to biblical account, that never had the privilege of having in-laws. But every other person that came after them had in-laws. The moment you get married or you give out a son or a daughter in marriage, you already have in-laws. So there is a need for us to discuss it. You can't discuss marriage without discussing in-laws. In-laws are very important in marriage. In Africa, for instance, where marriage is a very serious affair, once you get married to your spouse, you are not only married to that spouse, you are married to her family or his family. It is like that. Whatever is happening in that family, they have to put you into consideration before arriving at any decision. It's very, very important. That's how we're doing it in Africa. I don't know in other terrains, but I know very well that the issue of in-law is a very, very critical factor in marriage. Many marriages have been ruined by the interference of in-laws, and the whole marriages also have blossomed and flourished as a matter of in-law interference. So it is necessary for us to discuss it today. I want to let you know, first of all, that there are three kinds of in-laws. Three kinds. Listen to me very, very well. The first kind of in-laws are the in-laws that are willing to support you with all they have, willing to align forces with you, that are willing to go the distance with you, that are willing to do whatever is necessary to see you succeed in your marriage. That's the first kind of in-law. Where in the biblical account of Ruth and Naomi, that's the relationship they had. The woman or the man out there willing to give all it takes to see that the daughter or the son-in-law succeeds in his marriage. That's the first kind of in-law. The second kind of in-law is the one that is able to sow his own seed, either in terms of money or wisdom or material, whatever, is able to support the ministry or that home, the ministry of that marriage, that very particular home that is built, is ready to support it with whatever he can. I have seen so many father-in-laws take up their son-in-laws, set them up in businesses, watch them grow, because it is their inner desire to see their son-in-law succeed and, of course, take care of their own daughters. I have seen this happen many times. That's the good side of in-law. That's the good in-law. The relationship between Moses and Jethro in the Bible also says a lot about that. Jethro was able to bring his wisdom to the ministry of Moses and help Moses succeed in what God has committed in his hand to do. That is the kind of relationship we are talking about. Then, of course, there is a third kind of in-law, the one that is very, very eager in what he or she can gain out of the relationship. Is able to deceive, is able to connive, is able to demean your family. And even when he is very desirous to gain from your family or from the marriage and is not getting that, he resorts to complaints and whining and making all kinds of false accusations against the son-in-law or against the daughter-in-law. He is doing everything to undermine that relationship. That's the third kind of in-law. And of course, if we still go to the Bible, we find the relationship between Laban and Jacob. That's the kind of in-law we're talking about. So there are three kinds of in-laws. I don't know where you are as a person out there. So that's what we have. A good in-law will always, like I said, support the daughter-in-law or the son-in-law. That is the good in-law. A good in-law will go the distance. I have seen so many things happen in homes, honestly. A young man cried to my house one day. He's a servant of God, and he said to me, "Sir, anytime my wife visits her parents, anytime she visits her parents and comes back to my home, what I get is troubles. What I get is war. What I get is all manner of discomfort. Nothing is ever the same again. She comes, she's no longer satisfied with whatever I do in the house. What do I do, sir?" And I said to him, what you have is a bad in-law. And all you need to do is to take your wife and get away far as possible from them. These were Nigerians. After I gave him the counsel, what did the young man do? He arranged for visas, got his traveling documents, picked his family, his wife and children, and he moved over to the US. And as I'm talking to you, their family has become stronger and stronger because the lady in question could no longer have access to the parents as she used to. She could no longer visit them. They can speak on phone, but how long can you be on phone? So that is what I'm talking about. There are bad in-laws and there are good in-laws. And when we're talking about good in-laws, in Africa, for instance, if a woman gives birth, they normally invite the mother of the bride to come and look after the young baby and the mother. And this woman will come, take care of the mother, wean the baby, make sure that everything is in order in the house. While she's there, she cooks their meal, she does their laundries, she does all manner of chores, all manner of activity to keep the home, to keep the, to take away labor from the daughter-in-law or from the daughter. She does this over a period of 2 or 3 months. And by the time she's about to leave, the new family has been strengthened because of her presence. That is the good in-law. That's the in-law that wants to support the family. That's the in-law that wants the growth of the home. But we also have bad in-laws even in that realm. Some women will come on the pretext that they came to take care of the home, and they come and they start fomenting trouble. They begin to complain about the husband or the daughter. They begin to complain about a whole lot of things. Oh, I was giving food, there was no meat, or they gave me 2 meats instead of 10, or blah, 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 this. And they didn't buy this for me, they didn't do this for me, or they woke me up too early. They begin to complain about a whole lot of things. And in the process, they bring in a whole lot of negative energy into the relationship. By the time they're about to leave, or by the time they leave in 2 months or 3 months, they have made a mess of the union. They have dropped a lot of negative things in the heart of the couple. So there are bad in-laws and very wonderful in-laws. I don't know where you belong, but I want you to do a soul search. Even in this in-law relationship, we can also look at the siblings of the bride or the siblings of the groom. Sometimes, possibly because they come from a very poor background, a woman may decide to still bend back and take care of her siblings whom she left behind because of marriage. And in so doing, she may bring her siblings to come and live with her in her new home. I have seen situations like that at the end of the day, the siblings ended up undermining the relationship. They began to talk in derogatory forms to the husband of the woman. They began to do all manner of things. And the man was very, he couldn't just kick them out because he was afraid of being accused of kicking out his in-laws. And in the process, a lot of negative energy flew in the relationship. But if you are having such a problem, or if that's your challenge as I'm speaking, please, I will ask of you and I will counsel you as a young woman that is going through that process. Please take away your siblings out of your home. Get them another place, get them another accommodation. Let them find their way somewhere where they can take care of themselves. And whatever you have as resources to help them, please do that from time to time, but don't bring them into your new home. As a matter of fact, I have seen homes messed up by brothers-in-laws and by sisters-in-laws and by parents-in-laws who desire to come into the home and help the man and help their son to marry his wife. It doesn't always augur well in such things. So please, I am talking to us in-laws. If you are a father or a mother-in-law out there and you have given out your son or daughter in marriage, please know that they have become one. Your coming in must be at their invitation. I know of a man who, in trying to take care of their daughter, decided to set her up in business, give her a lot of money, bought homes for her, bought cars for her. And they were treating the husband like that. They were treating the husband like, like inconsequential, like it doesn't matter. And I mean, the husband at a particular time, when he tried all he could to find his way into their arms, when he discovered it was becoming difficult, a lot of jealousy came in onto him. That marriage was actually on the verge of being broken before counseling, good counseling, restored the relationship. I tell you, if you are a man or a woman out there and you are an in-law, you have a son-in-law, a daughter-in-law, please, the next time you go there to come into that relation, please do that as their invitation. And when you come in, please treat them as one. They are now married, they are now one. They are no longer two different people. They are no longer singles. They are no longer boys and girls as they were living with you before. No, treat them as one. Get the man and the woman to sit on the same table with you, and then be able to relate with them what you want to do, even in their, and let it be to the benefit of both of them, not only to one party. A whole in-laws in an attempt to make good or to bring a blessing had ended up bringing a curse to a new family. And I pray today that of a truth you will find it in your heart to treat your children that are married as couples and not singles. And if you are a brother-in-law or a sister-in-law, please get as far as possible away from the home of your sisters or from the home of your brothers. Allow them to be on their own. And if they desire to help you, it is to their own good. Please, because don't be a good in-law. Honestly, don't be a good in-law. Don't be a bad in-law. Don't be a bad influence in their relationship. Don't be a bad influence. And I know that whatever goes round comes round. If you do it to your brother or sister-in-law today, it may come back to you next time. So don't be a bad in-law. Treat them well. The path of peace is always more glorious than the path of war. I thank you very much for taking our time to listen to this wonderful edition. Please look at this red button by my side. Click on it and get subscribed. Next week, I will tell you the best way of relating with your in-laws. The best way of relating with your in-laws for a more glorious marriage and for a more fruitful relationship. Thank you very much and have a wonderful weekend.